One thing that I can always say that I was very lucky is I always knew what I wanted to do. What you thought and where you were and when you started, you know, is so important in business.
Yeah. Gosh, man,
Because when the money, first of all, when you're losing money,
yeah,
everybody wants to point the finger at whose fault it is. And then when it turns around and you start making money, everybody wants to say it's me, me, me. And then you start having differences in opinions and you see all these great things break up because of ego or money. Like, you telling me Guns N' Roses can't get together and go on a tour and play?
Yeah.
How long, one of my favorite bands ever, the Eagles, how long the Eagles went without playing together, you know? Because of that stuff.
Albums.
Come on, you guys, come on. I mean, it's just ego and that type of stuff ruins some of the greatest products, some of the greatest businesses, some of the greatest friendships, bands, and it's just completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
I say that I was always ambitious. When I was a kid, I was your typical kid.
Yeah.
I got in a lot of trouble and, you know, all that kind of shit. But, you know, as I got older, I had a hardcore upbringing, you know. My mother used to tell me that I was gonna be just like my father and not amount to anything and things like that, and I was gonna be pumping gas into my friends' cars. My mom did a lot of shit like that, and I'm not saying that that's what drove me, but that didn't hurt. You know what I mean? But the one thing that I can always say that I was very lucky is I always knew what I wanted to do. I think if you look at most people right now, like if you went to any college campus anywhere in the world and asked these kids, what's your major and what do you want to do for the rest of your life? They'd be like, well, I'm taking political science, but I think I'm going to switch to this and that. They don't know.
Yeah.
They're going to college because they were told that if they didn't go to college, they'd never get a good job, they'd never get this, they'd never get that. So these kids come out of college with an education that most of them don't use. If you know what you want to do, you wake up every day and you work toward that goal. It's so much easier when you know what you want. You know, you have to get a job, you have to make money, and you have to do stuff like that. So, you know, I had a job. I say it all the time. There's this company in Wakefield, Massachusetts called EJ Paving, the Evangelista family. And I did some paving early on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's real work. That's a real fucking job. Like I was like 17, 18 years old. I felt like I had one foot in the grave working that job.
Sure.
And I knew I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. You find out what hard work really is. Then I worked in the hotel business and, you know, I had a couple of jobs. The one thing that I realized young is I didn't want to work for anybody else. I wanted to work for myself.